I'm Lisa.
And I'm Anton.
And this is the journey of turning our dream of Celtica into a reality.
Hospitality really meant something to our Celtic ancestors, and over the years that we've been together, we've been told again and again how much people love to come and stay with us.
Guest teachers have come from all over the world. Many a dinner has been cooked, many a tale told, and much love and laughter shared within our home.
In this series, we follow the building of Ty Noddfa Bach, our little sanctuary, and the first step on the path that leads to Celtica.
There's a lot of work to be done, so let's get started.
Well, today is the next part of the adventure. We had to go and rent one of these. So we originally were going to get a backhoe, but they didn't have one that they could fit on a trailer to rent. So we got this littler thing, which I think will do just fine, because the next step, the next leg of the adventure is to measure out and dig out the foundation where the barn used to be for the new barn. So thankfully, he's a brave soul and backed that in off of 32, if you can imagine. A lot of heavy looking chains hanging it on there.
Oh yeah.
This is all a paraphernalia. It almost fits through that hole.
Chains are heavy enough.
I love that you can tell where we've planted new grass and done some sprinkling. The rest of the lawn, I'm afraid, is in terribly dry shape. We're having a drought. Most of New York is in drought, actually.
Well, you might have to help me with that.
Okay. I haven't the foggiest idea. Well, you can't just leap off there.
Don't quite leap off, no, that's not the idea, frankly.
Well, It doesn't look to me like this goes down any. That needed two people. One had to push the lever while the other drove the thing to make that tip up. So we missed a few little bits there, so we don't have the one on the tripod set up. I just got my little handheld GoPro today. So there we go. This is getting used to seeing how it all works. All right, well, I'll make sure I take some more footage of the actual digging, be it tonight or tomorrow. But I'm going to go in right now and make some yummy dinner. I have some pasta fazool that I'm making tonight with chicken. So we'll catch you later. Okay, so with a lot of jiggering and measuring and remembering our engineering skills, we have mapped out where the cutout of the foundation is going to go and used some neon string. So we measured the length and the width, and then we measured diagonally to make sure we're on square.
That's our theory.
That's our theory.
Pythagoras' theorem, apparently.
And we're making sure that the back of the building is on the property line like the old barn was. And we did pay for a land survey, so we know that we have a 10-foot clearance on the back for work on the building. So we're not worried about that. And the owner is very amenable. He's a landlord, so he doesn't live here, and he's not too worried about us doing this job. Plus, I think he'd much rather have a nice new building next to his property than a fallen-in old barn that was kind of a hazard. So there you have it. The excavator's ready. We're marking it all out, and then the next thing will be to dig this whole thing out. Pretty cool.
This has got to move. You cannot live there. It's so in the way.
Oh dear. So this is the last of the measuring of the inside line, the outside line.
Just enough.
Just enough. And the black pegs are where the building is going to come. So you have to have a trench on the inside and the outside to pour your foundation footing. So all that pegs and measuring and lining is done. And shortly, a nifty saw is going to come out to cut the edge of the driveway that needs cutting. How cool is that? And even though we asked for an 18-inch bucket, we just measured and they gave us a 24-inch bucket, because I said, that bucket looks wider than 18 inches, which means we're going to have a trench that's wider on the inside than we need it to be, which means we're going to have to buy 6 inches more concrete to fill the trench. But it is what it is. We're not going to trade bulldozers at this point, or whatever that thing is. Excavator. So there you have it. Shortly, the saw will be coming out that cuts macadam, tarmac, whatever you want to call it. And then there's another blade that actually cuts concrete. So he's putting in the last little over markers so that they can be sure they're square. He's measured everything out, mapped everything out, measured on the kitty corner to make sure everything is square. He's got everything all set, and our crew arrives tomorrow morning at 8. I'll probably take a few more videos tomorrow of the excavating, and your stick's upside down. The excavating and the work that they're going to be doing tomorrow. And this will look different again after all the stumps are taken out and all the stuff that's rubbly stuff gets moved over to that far corner, because that's the low corner. So they'll move the rubble over there to try to make it even, because our foundation is actually, the base of the building is going to be taller than the driveway, so the water doesn't run into the building. So that will be built up. All right.
So do you want a water or do you want me to get the saw?
I was going to take a bit of pictures of you doing the saw.
I'll get the saw then. I'll do a little
But I
bit.
definitely still have to water my little garden.
Yes,
so.
you do.
And I might take the people over there to show them what I've got too.
Why not?
Although it's getting pretty dark. But I do have some purple beans and some corn that's ready. Swiss chard has really come along. And yeah, we still have all this wood that's for sale. These ancient old beams. These are the not so nice ones, but they could be used in pieces. The really nice ones that are 22 foot long are under the tarp for safekeeping. All right, so these are the tomatoes with some basil in the middle. The tomatoes that self-set in the compost, because all of my tomatoes went blight, so I replanted these. I took and amended the soil and made sure I got rid of anything that could be blighty, and I've used grass mulch on there to protect them. These are round 3 of potatoes, and you can see they're just sticking their heads up. This is round 4 of beans. Round 1 was here and we harvested them. Round 2 is over here of beans. This is round 2 of beans, and I noticed that I'll probably come out tomorrow because I've got some really nice purple beans in here that need picking. And round 1 of corn, looks like there's some that's ready. Round 2 of corn is coming along, and round 3 behind it is getting its stalks. This is round 3 of beans, and they're just coming into flower, so it'll be a couple more weeks before we have beans on here. See, it'll barrel from the mulch. So these were also the self-set tomatoes that I'm really hoping the weather is warm enough the next few weeks that some of these buds actually make it into some tomatoes. I've got a late planting here of cucumbers because the little chipmunk or something ate all of my squash, so I thought I'd try cucumbers, and I've got some dill just in case I actually get some cucumbers. There's our 2 peach trees, 2 pear trees, an elder tree, and all of our raspberries, blueberries, and 2 apple, a Honeycrisp and a Macintosh. And there's Hazel and Lily, my little bantams. All the other girls are up on their roost, you can't see them. So these are 2 more blueberries that need transplanting. Here's hazels that have really come on this year, really put on some growth. And then over here I've got radishes, turnips. Some are doing really well, some are sketchy. Carrots are probably about ready now. I won't pull any now because I don't need them, but they're looking very healthy. Eggplants were going great guns, and now they're slowing down. I don't know what's going on with them. Swiss chard, really coming in nicely. I've got some red, some yellow, some mixed, some plain. That's really coming along. Can't wait for that. I love that. It's yummy. Well, this looks like the eggplant is breaking without being ripe. I don't know. And our onions, I don't know. They're all laid over, but I can tell they're not big enough yet, so I don't know what's going on with them. Nasturtiums have finally decided to come play. So they're in there somewhere. There's some flowers somewhere if the chipmunk hasn't eaten them all. There's a few yellow flowers. And yeah, so things are looking pretty good. Getting to the end of the line though, after Gwael Aust, after Lunasad. So we'll see what we get. Did your saw work?
Huh?
Did the saw work?
It's working.
All right. He needs me to do something. I didn't hear what he said. But we'll make our way back over there. and see what's going on. But yeah, next year, this is all going to be garden beds. You can see my strawberries way over there, next to the rowan and forsythia. And this is going to be all a cute little garden with places to sit and beautiful stones to plant around and probably a bird bath, and just really lovely. I'm looking forward to it. Just got to find somebody to buy all this wood. All right, let's see what's going on over here. Well, yep, I'd say it looks like it was cutting. It looks like it cut a little bit.
It did.
And then the blade got blunted by the dirt.
No, it's not blunt. It's battery, sorry. I just need a battery. I got one here, and then I have to, because it's probably flat actually looking at it.
I see you hooked up my water.
Oh no. It's good. Okay. I'll hook your water up.
Okay. I bet you. It'll be dark and I won't be able to water. So this is the electric and water hookup that we had put in when the big house was put in, so that we could have electric and water for our camper. And we were going to redo the barn, renovate the barn, and then we'd have water and electric there. But again, the price of renovating the barn was just a little more than we could do. About 4 times the amount of money that we're spending on getting a brand new barn. So it's a little crazy when you think about it. Okay. So I'm just going to stand here and watch for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to go do my watering, because my garden definitely needs a nice watering for the evening.
Oh, yeah. Make some more dust, though.
Make some noise, yeah. Where's your goggles, paisano? Well, yes, I would say that's going to take an age to get all the way down there, which is like 50 feet. Alrighty, catch you tomorrow. Well, everybody's been working on this big stump from that giant tree for like 2 hours. But there's no foundation unless we get this out. Over the flint, it made smoke. It was pretty wild. Anyway, looks like it's going to come pretty soon now. Pretty soon. But yeah, this has been the project mostly up to date. This might be it.
So as it happened, we only had our help and the excavator for a very short period of time, so I had to roll my sleeves up and get my chops on and get to grips with the excavator. Join us next time to see how it all worked out. Bye for now.